Zoro's Dark Past, The Forgotten Clan by Zoro the Demon. Hi everyone, Flying Panda. The year 1 is starting soon, so what better way to start it is by talking about Zoro's past. I'll be talking about Zoro's past and role in Wano, and also the characters who will be involved or mentioned. Now, like many believed Zoro to be from Wano and could be Ryuumas' descendant, we will begin by talking about Oda's one-shot manga, Monsters. We all know the Monsters series which Oda created before One Piece is canon. To start off, in Monsters there is this samurai called Ryuuma who wanders around the town and almost dies of starvation, but is luckily saved by a girl named Flare, who gives him food, he eats it and calls her his savior. On to the important part now. Ryuuma learns of a threat that's about to destroy the village. This threat turns out to be a dragon. He later faces his dragon and decapitates it in mid-air. In One Piece, Zoro recreated this scene by slicing a dragon on Pang Hazard in mid-air, just like Ryuuma. Zoro and Ryuuma have many similarities as to looking alike to following the Bushido code and so on. Now this leads to the question, so if Zoro is from Wano, then why hasn't Kinemon or Kanjuro said anything in the past arcs? Well, Kinemon mentioned that samurais that commit a sin, and then we met Zushina who was being punished because of some sin. I think that the Roronoas were also punished, but due to Zoro's code, I doubt his families are sinners. But Zoro's clan was more likely framed by some enemy or rival clan. In ancient history, there's always bad blood between royal families who seek to gain power. This would be a similar situation to Zoro's clan when they were framed, the whole kingdom turned on them, and the powerful Shogun erased and prohibited their clan name. By doing this, the future generations forgotten the name Roronoa. Later, the family passed down the name secretly and still live in shame. When Zoro was born, his parents didn't want him to be hated and go through what they did, so they sent Zoro along with a caretaker to East Blue, where he could carry his name proudly and hoping of one day to meet a famous swordsman from Wano. And that swordsman is Koshiro. Why Koshiro? Because Koshiro is also from Wano and a relative of the clan. Zoro lived in a village next to Koshiro, so their meeting was bound to happen. Now let's talk about Wano. Wano is divided into regions and sub-regions. And what I believe is that Zoro is from the fire region. It cannot be a coincidence that Zoro is interested in having a fire sword, and he also cut the zombie Ryuuma with it in their battle, so it's kinda like the fire technique is in his blood as a bloodline trait. To make things more interesting, the Kozuki clan may rule over the Earth region, and their land will most likely be the headquarters, with the alliance face against Kaido. Firefox Kinemon lives in the fire region, and it's seen that he knows fire technique. This is most likely where he learned the Firefox style, and basically, this fire region is like the founder of the fire techniques. Raizo, the mist, lives near the water region, and so does Kanjuro, as his name suggests, evening shower. Names hold clues to where a person is from or from what region. It's like figuring out where someone is based on their accent. If we dig deeper, Shiryu of the Rain is also from Wano, and most likely from the water region, just like Raizo and Kanjuro. So they may have some connections with each other in the future when they meet. Shiryu has this traitorish feel since the moment we met him, and through this image of him, I believe Shiryu's clan framed the Roronoas. Zoro finds this out in Wano, and after Zoro finds this out, he will seek revenge against Shiryu. When Zoro and the team arrive at Wano, Kinemon will start introducing Zoro. During the introductions, the samurais will realize that Zoro has Shushui, and just like what Kinemon did when he first met Zoro, they will get furious and attack him. Kinemon will try to explain, but the samurais won't heed his call, so Zoro will have to prove himself worthy of the sword by fighting them all. Kinemon will then explain that Zoro and the others are here to help overthrow the Shogun and Kaido, and this will start the beginning of the Samurai Alliance. They will start gathering forces and Zoro will lead the army. This is the first time we see Zoro filled with determination besides for his cause and for Luffy's. When he demonstrates his power, he will attract the other rebels, sparking the will to fight and give them hope. The rebellion army will face the Shogun and Kaido's forces when all major fights begin. As for the fight with the Shogun, Zoro will fight him, definitely. I don't know who he might be or if he's someone Zoro knows, but I believe the Shogun will have the Oni Oni no Mi. That's right, the darkness of Wano, the Shogun, will be a demon. The Shogun is the strongest warrior in Wano, so it will be intense. The Shogun will combine his power with his swordplay in this fight with Zoro. Zoro will open his eye in this fight, and then the fight will be demon versus demon. The Sandai Katitsu plays a big role because the name Sandai Katitsu translates to third generation demon splitter, and he will use this to take down an actual demon. The Shogun will have the Nidai Katitsu, and after the fight, Zoro will take the Nidai Katitsu. By doing so, he will have 3 great swords. This fight will be similar or even better than Zoro vs Ryuumas, so it should be epic. Now this ends Zoro and his sad past. But if we were to continue to the next questions, how would they beat Kaido? So we all know that Kid is in prison, whereas Killer. Kid took one for the team during the fight with Kaido and helped Killer escape. So Killer is in Wano trying to rescue Kid at the moment. So when Luffy arrives, Killer will ask for help because he wants to ensure Kid's being rescued. Kid will be pissed off because he was rescued by his rivals, so his fury will drive him to fight Kaido again. And this will be explained more in my next video. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed this video, which was written by Zoro the Demon. He would like to say a big shout out to his friends from Amino, the Monster Trio, Luffy and Vinsmoke. Please leave a comment down below what you thought of this theory. Do check out my other videos, and if you haven't, please subscribe. Flying Panda.